Welcome back to another episode of Put It on the List. So excited to be here today. We got some news, we got some trailers, we got a double feature. We also got a lot of Andor because it's the best show on TV and you guys are going to listen to us talk about it. All right? All right? And it's not that clean. It gets sticky. It gets sticky icky. We got a lot of love for it. All right? The good love. Yeah. All right, let's start the show. I'm Francisco and giving free swimming lessons since last Wednesday. If you know, you know. One way out. One way out. Andres.
Dude, what's up?
Homie?
You know what's crazy is because I'm me, I looked it up and they have t-shirts, one way out t-shirts. I was like, oh my God.
That's dope.
I was like, damn it. Probably going to happen.
Yeah.
Probably going to happen. I mean, we're going to get into some quotes and some other stuff later when we talk about the show, but damn it.
I know. I read a thing where the shirt should be like one way out on the front, and then in the back it should say "I can't swim."
Oh, don't do that. But
all right.
Oh man,
well, let's get into the show.
Yeah.
All right, news and tidbits.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is a sad one. Mega sadness.
Yeah.
When I found out, I was very bummed out. Beloved voice actor Kevin Conroy, the voice of the Batman from that 90s amazing Batman animated series, passed away this past week.
Yeah. Man.
Kind of sad.
That was huge. That was, to a lot of people, he's like the definitive Batman. Like his voice was insane. And not just that, his voice, but that show like redefined what you can do with animation, like the style and the storytelling. They're able to tell some crazy stories in like 22 minutes. Like, it's bananas, like how good that was like redefining. I was like, what? It was awesome.
Yeah. I remember I found out that they used to draw it on black paper, and I was like, what?
That's right.
Paper?
Yeah. The animation alone like redefined a whole bunch of ideas, and Bruce Timm just redefined that whole thing with his writing. And then freaking not realizing Mark Hamill got a huge boost from that show playing the Joker. I was like, what? The Mark Hamill? And that show was just amazing.
Yeah.
It still holds
he
up.
will be missed. It definitely does.
Kevin Conroy sucks, man, but good job, Kevin. You did your thing, man. You left his mark. Okay.
Yeah, like if you close your eyes and you think of Batman, you hear that Batman.
Pretty much.
If you grew up in that time,
yeah.
You don't hear Batman.
You don't hear George Clooney.
No.
Oh man, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
All right, let's move
on.
Happier things.
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Season 5. Actors, directors, postscript picks.
Yeah, man. On Instagram.
Did you look at any of them?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a cover page of the first episode of season 5. All the actors, I guess they got permission because like the directors and the actors and everyone's like, here's it is. We're doing this thing right now. It's called, I think, oh man, what's it called? They even had a name for it. It was like the tunnel or the climb or something. And so it's a very real thing, and it's way ahead of like the last season, which took years to show up. Like the last season just ended a couple months ago, and here we are with scripts for the next season. They're gonna start shooting probably early next year.
Yeah. And do you know what the theme is gonna be? You know how each year there's a certain theme
I do
to the show?
Yeah, they talked about it. They said that this last season, they're gonna take bits and pieces for all the other shows, like the themes, and it's going to be a mismatch of everything together. They said they're just going to put it all out there. I'm like, okay.
Oh, cool.
Like last year was a psychological.
Hopefully it blends together.
I think they're gonna nail it. If not, we riot.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, last year was psychological, but it was definitely super graphic too. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think probably gonna be closer to that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
We got some Star Wars news.
Yeah.
Sean Levy directing a Star Wars film.
Yeah, they just announced Sean Levy. We talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's funny enough, Stranger Things, he's directed a whole bunch of the better episodes of Stranger Things. So he's like deep into Stranger Things land. And he's already directing the next couple episodes next season. But they just announced he's directing a Star Wars film, which is yet to be named. We don't know what it is yet, but that's I think some of the better episodes by far were directed by him. So fingers crossed.
Yeah. I'm not too. I mean, I am familiar with his work. I have to. If you say those are the good episodes, I'll give you that. I'm not sure which ones he directed. I didn't keep up with it, but I'm not a big fan of his film slate. So we'll see.
We talked about that. He also directed the Adam Project and Free Guy.
Free Guy.
I enjoyed both of those. Oh, and he's directing Deadpool 3. So
we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
He's busy.
I think
he's busy.
I think he's a very competent director. He directs what he needs to do. And he does a good job doing it, seems like.
Yeah. Well, he keeps getting hired, that's for sure. Yeah. All right, moving on. True Detective Night Country begins production. I hope it's good, man.
Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think she's
Jodie Foster.
I thought she kind of retired. So I guess she came out of retirement to go kill some fools.
Or find some fools.
Find them and then kill them.
Yeah.
That's what they do in that show. It's not a happy show.
Yeah, they don't really take people into custody, do they?
They don't ask a lot of
I'm excited, man. Asked. The first season has a lot of like stock with me, so I always give it the benefit of the doubt. But I gotta say that the first one was the pinnacle, and it's just been like downhill ever since.
Yeah, the first one was crazy. I remember trying to watch some of the other ones. I'm like, it didn't really quite click. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. Hopefully this one is good.
It's been a long time. So I think they really need to I think they realized they made some mistakes. So they got to redo some stuff. So fingers crossed.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like the first one was so well written and acted and like directed. And it was like one singular, vision by the director. Was it Corey Fukunaga?
Yeah.
I think that was his name.
Yeah.
Man, it was so good. And everything, like there was like no notes, like you just watch an episode, you're like, fuck yeah. No notes. Yeah. And I just want some TV like that. Some no notes TV, which we'll talk about soon.
Yeah.
Moving on. All right. Things we watched this week.
Yes.
We got some things here. We're going to start with the Great British Baking Show.
Yeah.
Semifinals.
All right.
We haven't talked about it the past few weeks.
No, the last time we got a little dicey with the Mexican week. We definitely explored that to like its fullest. And if folks didn't listen to that, go back and check it out. At least that section. I think you'll get a kick out of how stupid this other guy is. But that being said,
bro, don't, Mr. No Conchas. You need to calm down, bro.
Oh,
why are you bringing it back?
Terrible.
Yeah. You're terrible take. You're like you just lost your Mexican card. You're with those guys. You're with the joke guys. Yeah, you owe everybody your brown card.
Yeah, you can come get it from me then. You find me, you come get it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
moving on.
We got to talk about 3 weeks worth of it, and we're getting into spoilers. So if you're into the Great British Baking Show and you care about who gets kicked off, just fast forward to the next review to listen to this. But here we go.
Yeah.
So the finals is this week, the last episode, and we lost some people, and there were some people who got lost that I picked to go all the way, and I was really surprised, and it just goes to show one bad week, and that's it.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I was surprised too, man, especially this week. Last week, you already said spoiler. So last week, Maxie got kicked out.
Yeah.
And she had a bad week, dude. So it wasn't like sometimes where like, oh, they have like one bad section. She like fucked up the whole time. You know what I'm saying? She was just like, I felt like she messed up on the first time and then she just said, fuck it. I'm not going to do it. I'm like, she's winged it the rest of the time. So like none of her stuff came out the way she thought it was going to come out.
It's super uncharacteristic.
So, yeah. She's going to cave up.
She's one of the best ones. I picked her to like be at least number 2 the whole way.
Yeah. Man. And then and this week I was surprised, man, because I thought it was gonna be Sandro leaving myself.
Okay, let me ask you this. The thing we keep saying over and over, like he is trying to do too much and not stay focused. Like he's good.
Yeah.
But his ambition outweighs the reality of what's available within those tiny, tiny windows, man. Those were not large windows to be making that much shit.
I think you know what I attribute that to is he looks like he works out a lot. So I think it's that gym mentality, the gym rat mentality. Like you rack one more set up, buddy. Let's rack one more up. So he's always throwing one more thing on top of his fucking whatever he's making. He's like, oh, let's throw this shit on top. Let's fucking max out this week. It's max out week.
He needs to stop. He needs to like. It's amazing that he went this far, but at the same time, he's very, very good. He doesn't respect the boundaries in which the show takes place in. Like he like got lucky.
Attention to detail.
Dude, he got lucky. A lot of these guys, all right, let me back it up a little bit more. This season, it feels like previous seasons have been like, damn, these guys are good. This season's been like, damn, these guys aren't that good. Like it's been like the worst of the. They usually have a hard time picking like the best of the best, but of this one, they're trying to like, who was the worst of the worst? Like there has been like 2 episodes at least where it was just terrible. Like they should have sent like half the people home. You know what I mean? Like they got some of these guys that got lucky because they just stayed above the rising tide. Like they barely made the cut.
Yeah. And it's tricky because each week you just don't know, because remember that one challenge where they had to make the cookie that was like a sphere that was standing up and it was like half jelly and then the chocolate and then little raspberries.
Yeah,
that looked hard.
Me and Christina were like, what the shit fucking challenge is this? Like that just seemed wrong, but yeah.
But most of them did it. You know what I'm saying?
They did okay.
But then they go and fuck up conchas. They can't fucking make conchas and they fucking make that shit look like from a fucking Michelin star fucking thing. And they got this fucking levitating fucking thing. And it's like, oh shit, they're all balanced and they can't fucking make conchas. That tells you how fucking the skill you gotta have to make fucking Mexican pastries. So your palate fucking sucks.
Oh, shit.
You're welcome.
The attacks continue. Respectfully disagree, sir. But
conchas are hard, homie.
Good. You can knock some out next time I'm in town. You can impress me with your amazingness. And I'll make an upside down inverted cake that hangs from the ceiling or some shit, or whatever they're doing.
Fucking levitating shit, and we're like, everybody did it.
Covered in mousse. I don't even understand. Anyways,
it was funny though when they were judging the mousse, and I'm like, this is more like what do you say?
Fondant. No.
Because it was a little too thick. It wasn't as like smooth as mousse, and I'm like, bro.
Oh, ganache.
They did the challenge.
They called it ganache. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a bit like ganache, ain't it? I'm like, no, bitch, it's mousse. Relax. But I want
to stop and say
that was a hard one.
Ganache is delicious. But yes,
ganache is delicious.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. So moving on to this week, who is your pick? Who do you think?
I think my girl has gotten like Star Baker like 3 weeks in a row. The Malaysian girl, I can't remember her name.
She was another pick of mine. Yeah, I always have a hard time with their names. But yeah,
she's so nice and friendly.
She's fun. She's just like, when she's on point, she's on point.
Yeah. Her flavors though, sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I want that. You know, because it's like a lot, like in the beginning of the season, she was making a a lot of savory dishes.
Yeah,
and I'm like, savory no me gusta mucho. You know, I don't like that too much.
She takes chances, but at the same
Yeah.
time, her stuff is really clean and well done. So I'm like, okay, I can see
Yeah.
how it would work. But I totally
Yeah.
dig that. But
who do you got? You got a homeboy as your dark horse or what?
dude, homie with the
The Indian guy?
glasses. I forget everyone's names. So terrible.
Yeah.
That's how like
Yeah.
uninteresting the season kind of is. But
Yeah.
I honestly thought he was gonna go like a week 4 or 5. He was like far, and
I know.
and he's steadily going in there. I'm telling you though, if everyone else like if had the quality of bakers from last season, all these guys wouldn't be there. Like none of these guys would have made it because they would.
Because what if Sandra wins? What if Sandra wins?
That would be wild. I mean, he's good.
He's just like flexing.
And also, all right, here we got to wrap this one up. The fact that he has never gotten a handshake, and I think he's not 1-star baker the entire time. Like 2 of the dudes going through did not get handshakes or star bakers, and they made it all the way to the finals. That's nuts. Like that's nuts.
Yeah. I thought the Indian guy got star baker.
I think he actually did last week. Now that I think about
it,
the week previous. Anyways, but yeah, like the custard episode was a freaking wreck. Like that was just a train wreck of just poor people attempting. Oh man, it's bad. Anyways, all right, I'm looking forward to the episode. We'll see who wins, and we'll chat it up when it happens.
I know.
All right. Well, what's next? What else do we watch?
Enola Holmes 2.
Yeah.
What's up, man? How was it?
Did you didn't watch it?
Nah.
Did you watch the first one?
I tried.
Really? Man, I guess you just got to, I don't know if you got to be in a mood. We watched the first one at least twice. And the
what kind of mood are you referring to? Like, I don't know, like you have to be in, you want to be like, oh yeah, I remember when I used to watch fucking Power Rangers. Now I'm gonna watch this fucking like that kind of mood. Now I'm gonna watch this fucking little kid Holmes sisters
thing. A mood where you're not just full of hate in your heart, and you're just like you just want a good laugh, and you just want to like cheers it up and just sit back and relax and enjoy yourself. That's all it is, my friend. It's a popcorn movie. It's a popcorn movie with really.
It's a cheese stick movie.
Yeah. Anyways, oh man, eat shit.
No, but you like that. No, go enjoy it. Go.
Anyways,
preach.
Enola Holmes 2. Super enjoyed it. Both of us. We laughed a lot. The performances were funny. It was it's a cheeky movie. Like half the film, she's like talking to the camera, breaking the fourth wall, talking to the audience, and it's like it's totally tongue in cheek. Like don't take that shit serious. Just relax and enjoy like all the little cheekiness and the jokes and like the action's good. When they fight, they fight. When things get blown up, they get blown up. And it's pretty cool. And another fun thing is they increased Henry Cavill's role for the sequel. Like he's in this one way more, and like they're interacting together is so cool. I mean, dude, it's like 11 and Superman having all these funny ass scenes, and one of them like he's like super drunk. So it's like it's funny. It's totally enjoyable. It's lighthearted, not serious at all. It's like just one of those nice like breather things. You're like, okay, I just need to breathe. You're like, just enjoy it, sit back, have a cup of tea, relax. Afternoon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just enjoy it. It's funny.
Throw a little tea party.
There you go.
Give a little Miss Nisbet going.
Whatever it takes, man, just relax. But yeah, Enola Holmes 2. Totally good, man. It's on Netflix. Check it out.
Now,
should be on your list, you heartless jerk.
I got heart. But I mean I tried it, man. I don't know what to say. It just didn't it didn't pull me in. And I like Millie Bobby Brown and you know, a lot of I like Henry Cavill. And usually I like a lot of Sherlock Holmes, you know, stuff, you know, so I don't know. I just
it's more
this
of
is not made for me.
Yeah, like the it's not like these super save the world kind of Sherlock Holmes things. It's like it's a very grounded like who killed these people in this factory kind of thing and why.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's a much more grounded and they bring in some historical stuff too. We should check it out. Or listeners with better taste than freaking Francisco, check it out. It's worth it. Let's move on.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Here we go with this one. Here we go with this one. I already know where this is going.
See how they run on HBO Max.
Yeah.
All right.
Tell us how much you didn't enjoy this film.
I enjoyed it a lot. Both times it put me to sleep. Almost at the exact same time. Like, I don't know what it is about the little fight with the cake, but man, that was it, man. I'm like, okay, I'm gone. He going to sleep. And yeah. And dude, like it was still daylight out. It wasn't like I watched it in the morning. It was like daylight. And
were you in Alaska? Like Alaska daylight, where the daylight stays until like fucking 2 a.m. daylight? Was that it?
No, it was regular down by the beach, boy, daylight.
Man,
it was. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like I'll tell you what I think about the 20 minutes that I watched. I like the little running bit that the constable and the inspector had, and I like the energy that they both had. But something in the film, I don't know if the palette, the color, or whatever was drab. It just made my little brown eyes close, man. I don't know what to tell you. Man. I tried it twice.
Man.
All right, now you go ahead. Give your horrible take. I don't want it to be horrible. I want to like it. I want people to like things. Go ahead.
Do you? Anyway, see how they were on HBO. We all, not just me, but Christina, we both really enjoyed the film. I mean, how could you not enjoy a Sam Rockwell period comedy where he plays like this drunky, crazy detective in London, and his paired with Shoshone, I don't know, and she was good. There was like, man, there was like 3 or 4 laugh out loud moments in this film. This movie is all about subtlety and subtle characters, and they tell you it's like a play within a play within a play, and they establish that in the very beginning of the film. And once you understand kind of what you're getting into, it's like super cheeky. And once you understand like the rules and what they're trying to establish and how things unfold, you're like, of course. And all the other actors. Yeah, it's an Agatha Christie based film, and it goes places. And towards the very end, you're just like, this is so hilarious. Like the setup and what they do. Much. Maybe, but we super enjoyed it, and it's like a turn your brain off and just laugh and enjoy the random shit until everything kind of unfolds at the very end. It wasn't like a mind-blowing film, but I mean, it's a film. I think we could watch it again. I just like the style of it. It has like a Wes Anderson kind of energy with like the designs and the color palettes and like the camera moves and the performances. Like it's very dry at times, but man, we really liked it. And you're wrong. Anyways, that's fine if you don't like it.
What do you mean I'm wrong? It put me to sleep. I didn't even say I didn't like it. I said I wanted to like it. I'm like, did you? I don't know. Maybe I should do like you guys, throw a little tea party and put fucking Enola Holmes 2 and this one back to back and have myself a little Anglophile tea party.
Hey, whatever takes to get some caffeine in your fucking bones, because you are just like Mr. Nappy Nap. That's okay. All right, moving on. What's the next thing we got? What do we got next, Mr. Nappy Nap?
Slander.
What do we got, Nappy Nap?
Next up is Super Pets on HBO Max.
Yeah. And did you
watch it? What did you think about this? I did watch it. I
liked it. I thought it was way better than I thought it was going to be. I wasn't sure what to think. It was on HBO. It was on there like, all right, I'll give it a quick shot. And we never turned it off. We were just like in the whole time. And like the 2 things that impressed me the most were Kate McKinnon as one of the voices, who was hilarious, and the animation was really, really good. Like it's high production value. It's a gorgeous looking film. Like it's a gorgeous looking film. Other than that, just a popcorn funny film. What do you think? What were your other takes away?
Yeah, I was like really curious when we put it on. I'm like, I wonder how they're gonna tie all these animals into like different superheroes, but I thought it was well done, and I enjoyed it, and I laughed, and Z and I got a kick out of it, and it was funny.
It was like
So
so much better than I thought it was going to be. I'm like, I love
yeah,
being surprised by like simple premise. I'm like, okay, are they going to screw this up? And they didn't. They
yeah,
totally they nailed it.
yeah.
Like,
Because
and
like
then
super pets. I mean, that sounds like some shit that you use like when you were in the writing room and you just threw that shit up against the wall and be like, yeah, super pets. And I'm like, what? But then you watch it and I'm like, it's pretty good, pretty good.
yeah, and the
It
voice
ain't
actors
no
all
see how
went
they
for it.
run, but it's pretty good. My
It-
eyeballs ran to bed. They saw that shit and they ran to bed.
oh man, I'm a dick.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Super Pets on
All right.
HBO. Definitely put on your list. It's fun. It's just a fun film. The whole family can
Yeah.
watch that one. All right. Is it that slobbery time?
Public service announcement for everybody. It's Gucci time. All right. We got to talk about Andor. Sweet. The best show on TV. Finally, something to talk about that's amazing. All right, man. You go.
oh my god, there's okay, first of all, spoilers. Like we talked about it in depth last week, but then this episode just dropped and we have to get into this cuz oh my god, you like sent me a message right after you watched it. You're like, "Bro, I just watched Andor." And you were not saying anything. You were just like staring at me. "Bro, I just watched it." oh shit.
No, bro. It was only 10 minutes in and I stopped it. I stopped it to
Oh,
like I'm watching Andor right now and it's already like I was already like, holy shit, holy shit. 10 minutes in and I'm like, I couldn't even tell you anything, but I was like, dang, I didn't even finish it. It was only 10 minutes in. I was just so excited to be watching it because I knew it was gonna be amazing. The way it started and everything.
dude.
Whew.
Um this might be one of the best hours of TV all year, just like as a single contained show, just
Yeah.
the writing. And okay, we get not just one, but two amazing speeches, like two. And I'm gonna get into
Yeah.
that in a little bit. And then, like at the beginning, like the tone was set, like by Andor when he looks at Kino and says, "Power doesn't panic," and I was like, "Holy shit! Like this guy gets it."
You think they're listening? You think they're listening? Remember he kept screaming that shit?
Oh
Like
yeah,
nobody listen. They don't fucking care. They didn't say that, but that's what he
yeah,
meant to say.
yeah.
But and like
The,
one thing about Andor, real quick, like one thing about Andor and like his his rebellious nature or his disdain for the authority over him is like they did it a couple other times in another episode where the floor's about to go hot and he waits to the very last second to get on the platform and be safe.
yeah.
And it's basically like a middle finger. I don't care about your floor. You think I'm scared about your floor? I ain't scared about this shit. And he waits to the very last second to get off. And I love that shit. I'm like, that's some like disrespectful type thing, you know? Like, I ain't scared of you, bro. Nobody's scared here.
And the timing of that shot, right when he did that, and the lights went red. I'm like, oh, like it's such a simple
Yeah.
thing, but I'm like, dude, like
Yeah. It means so much.
it's crazy. The show is nuts, and that whole speech, which leads us into okay. So I want to actually back it up. The show has like three distinct arcs so far. You got the introduction, escape from the planet arc, and you got the heist arc. And I considered this arc the prison break arc, and it did not disappoint. And I thought they were going to wrap it up last week, but I'm so glad they didn't because it's one episode had so much going on, and how it's explained. The so we and you listened to a podcast on what was it? The Ringer had interviewed Tony Gilroy,
Yeah.
the writer
The
of
watch.
yeah, fantastic interview, and they kind of talk about how Andor in this prison kind of becomes his own mini rebellion, and that what that represents to like what's going to ripple out into the rest of the universe with this whole
Mm-hmm.
rising against the Empire,
Mm-hmm.
and how
Mm-hmm.
the injustice that takes place on this one prison. I don't know what you want, not
Mm-hmm.
planet, but like a prison, just a
Mm-hmm.
prison that the Empire
Yeah.
operates, and then
Yeah.
and how that represents what's going to be coming. And I was like, holy shit! And then when they're in the middle of escaping, and I was like, wait, they have 5,000 people here. And I thought to myself, did the rebels just recruit 5,000 new soldiers to go fight their fight against the Empire? I think they
Yeah.
didn't. I'm pretty sure they scattered.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but wow. That alone was like shit just got real. But what
Yeah.
are some more thoughts, man? Do you want to get into the speeches or do you want to?
Um Overall, like it was basically like two different I guess three major things happened to me, was like the breakout, and then Luthen talking to Lonnie, which is Lonnie's such a funny name. And then for an Empire guy, like this guy works for the Empire. His name's Lonnie.
We also call him
Um,
like Biff.
yeah, yeah. But the other important thing that happened was the whole scene with Mon Rothma. That is that her name? And then
Oh,
the
dude,
guy that's gonna
that got
launder the
dirty.
money.
That got
Yeah,
dirty.
man. And it was like so civilized, but so like proper, because they're all like just drinking their fancy drinks and sitting all like nice and fancy and elegant, and they were talking about some shit like, I'll do this crime for you, aka the foundation, and like launder
I
money
will
for
launder
you,
money.
but I need you to marry my son, your daughter, marry my son. And she's like, dude, it was so powerful and so great, because it didn't say those words basically, but it was just well acted. And then when the guy finally left, she took a breath and she's like, and part of me is like, go ahead, do it. She doesn't even care. The daughter's like all like, she's all like, she would tell on her own mom, I think. But yeah, that was another interesting scene for me. So we got to find out what she's gonna do, because otherwise they're gonna come and do an audit, and the IRS is kind of gonna get that ass. So yeah,
Yeah, the Empire IRS.
yeah,
We noticed some
yeah,
irregularities in your accounting. We
yeah,
should come sit in this chair and we're gonna put this headphone on your ears and don't worry, everything's gonna be
yeah,
fine. Oh my
yeah,
god, man, we gotta get back to that storyline. But shit, um, yeah, that was like unexpectedly like civil, but like because the show's not Game of Thrones. Like people don't offer up
no,
their kids to marry
yeah,
and
yeah,
do like this doesn't operate like that. And when they brought it to that level, you're like, holy crap.
yeah. It's not something that's like, for like how you said, for Game of Thrones, we're like, oh, that's normal. Yeah, their brother and sister, they're fucking, whatever is that's normal over there
Yeah,
in that world.
Game of Thrones.
Over here in the civilized sector, they're like, you want me to what? No, thank you. And so anyway, so that was a fun little scene, and we'll see where it goes. So those were the three major points to me of the episode. The breakout was huge. Then that scene was huge. And at the end, Luthen, basically breaking it down for everybody.
Dude, I actually downloaded part of his speech, man, and like some of the shit that he
Yeah.
says, Luthen, I'm like, right
Yeah.
when you think the episode's gonna end, they have that little scene,
Yeah.
and you realize
Yeah.
what the stakes are of like his character and like the depth
Yeah.
of his soul. Like he kind of goes into
Yeah.
the speech, and like what
Yeah.
was it? It was something like, uh, I need to use like the tools of my enemy to defeat them. Like,
Yeah.
and what was his other one? It was like, I burn my life to make a sunrise I know I'll never see. And it's like he
Ooh.
knows he's traded his soul for the
Yeah.
future of like freedom and like what he
Yeah.
has to do to get there and like the
Yeah.
stakes. So like just as a human,
Yeah.
like he accepted that and going further, it's like, God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty
And he
gnarly.
tried to paint it. Yeah, and he tried to paint a picture for Lonnie to like, at this point, I deal in a world of assets. To me, you're an asset. You're a bigger asset than those 50 men that we just sacrificed.
Yeah, I will let
You
them
know what
all
I'm saying?
die. Yeah.
Yeah, because it costs me this much, and I need this much more in return to let you go. So no, Lonnie, this is not gonna happen. You are gonna be there, and I expect to hear from you. Blah blah blah, other stuff. So he's basically like a like a NFL general manager at this point. Like the heartless motherfucker. Like, hey, he broke his leg. Get him out of here. Get this new guy in here.
Or give him a shot in his knee. We just need him to be there for 10 more minutes. If he can't walk the rest of his life, that's his problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, concussion protocol. He's fine.
Get him back in there. Yeah, I mean, god damn, like that level of like, and he knows he's not like trying to like, he's not operating in the gray. Like he knows he crossed the line, and that's just what it's going to take. And like that's like the writing and like the depth of character on so many levels for all these characters in this episode is like next level. Like this might be my favorite hour of TV this entire year. Like I was shocked. And like the prison break, everything was earned in that. Like there was no like conveniences or nice, easy going, lazy writing. Like every little step of that was like well earned and at a high cost. It was like, and they did it. It was like, and then the very end, the highest cost. Like, let me ask you this. So Kino gives an amazing speech, and like, man, Andy Serkis, I think he's such a good actor when he has no makeup on. Like he can kill it with good material. Like I thought he was awesome in the first Black Panther movie. I'm like, is that Andy Serkis? Like he's really good, just being this jerk guy in the back. But he gives his speech, like that ends in one way out, and he rallies like the 5,000 prisoners to get the hell out of there. Let me ask you this: do you think he knew going in the only way out was into the water?
I think he knew. I mean, I think he would have wanted to see like a ship out there, like a spaceship, but I think he knew like, hey, they're surrounded by water. He knew they were surrounded by water.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, he's like, he wasn't going to work another day to give them what they want, and then him not getting a chance at freedom. So I think he definitely knew.
He also, in his speech, is like he wants to die his own way, not their way. And it's like, holy shit. And like that whole thing carries all new meaning once he says, I don't know how to swim. And you're like, and
there's a chance he might still be alive, bro.
There's a chance. There's a chance the Empire took him back, or there's a chance he fell and he was saved by some other folks. Immediately when he said that, I was like, bro, grab him, grab two other guys, jump down. You guys could all take turns dragging him to the shore. You could totally do that. But then but that's just like my that's my easy brain. And then like the crazy brain got all crazy when it was chaos. And chaos happened. And then like people got smashed and thrown, and like, dude, like realistically, that's not a happy place to be. Immediately, dude, I felt it as soon as Andor, as you see his face, and he's like, it's okay, we're gonna help. And then boom, Andor gets knocked off the thing. You're like, oh shit. There's like,
do you think Andor was gonna help him? Because he didn't. I don't think there was enough time for him to think about it. He was just like, you don't know how to swim, and then he got bumped off. Because he might have been like, all right, I don't know, man.
I think Andor's become a leader. Like he had to help lead that whole thing. Like unbeknownst to him, he's understanding the weight of being a leader and the price of being a leader, and not leaving people behind. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
I would want him to help, but I don't know if he would. Because at that point, he's like, I'm not going back there. I'm not going back in.
I think this whole season, man, has been him like, I don't care about any of these people. He realizing like what his actions cost, to realizing like, I have to be a leader, because if not, this group of people is doomed.
Yeah.
But man, it's so good.
Yeah, it totally gave me the chills watching that speech. And I love that Luthen was like wearing black.
Yeah,
and it's just like gave that like that sinister vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I thought he was gonna murder the guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, poor Lonnie. Over under how many more episodes Lonnie's gonna last? You think more than one episode? You think he's gonna make it into next season, or is this the last that we see Lonnie?
I didn't even know who Lonnie the hell was when he was talking to him. I'm like, wait a minute, is he the dude who's been there the whole time, but I didn't give a shit about? Like that's like perfectly well done. You know what I mean? It's like always like in the back, and you don't care. And you realize like, oh shit.
Well, right before he went into the elevator, and he suggested like, oh, we should do this, blah blah blah, to the old man, and then he kept looking at him from behind him. You know what I'm talking about? That scene?
No.
Where they set up where it's during the Empire main office or whatever, I don't know what to call it. And the old man, the main guy, is talking and taking suggestions of what they should do. And Lonnie was like, we should do it like exactly like how we do it every time. So there's nothing to lead, blah, 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 other stuff. And at that moment, he kept staring at the guy's back of his head, like, but with that freaked out Lonnie face, like, like hopefully he didn't say too much or give anything away, you know. So right there and then I'm like, oh, this guy's kind of freaking out right now. I wonder what is his deal. And then they cut to him going down the elevator. And then they cut to him going down the elevator. But yeah,
so good, so good.
It's so good.
I don't know what else to say. It's amazing. Like I thought it was gonna be pretty good. One of the best shows of the year. It's nuts.
Yeah, and I think leading to these
two more
episodes. Yeah, and leading to this bit of news that popped up yesterday that it's so good that Disney's gonna air it on all its channels, basically ABC, FX, Hulu. They're gonna show the first 2 episodes. Damn, I don't know what day it was gonna be, but they're gonna show it because I think it's a great show and everything like that. But I don't know what the viewership is like. How many people are tuning in?
I've looked it up. They said it's done better than an average show. Like it's doing much better than an average show, but it's not hitting like Mandalorian numbers. And they're kind of they're not concerned, but I think they kind of knew they weren't going to get that. At the same time, it doesn't have the wide reach of a Mandalorian show because it's like pure Star Wars popcorn, and it can be cheesy at times. Like Boba Fett was terrible. Like this is like a Star Wars show for adults who even if you don't even like Star Wars, but if you're like interested in character in like rebellion and like the gray area of good and evil, it's like this whole show exists in like that middle gray area, and a lot of people don't want that. They want like happy, silly, slappy shit. They want their Jar Jar Binks, and this show is like a 180 to Jar Jar Binks, and I think a lot of Star Wars people don't like that, so they just turned it off. They thought it was too boring, and I get that, I get it, and that's fine. But this guy loves it.
Me too. All right. Are we done? Are we done getting sticky? Can we get unsticky for a little bit?
2 more episodes.
I think we should move on.
We'll get there. All right, moving on.
All right. Moving on to trailers. Trailers. Yeah. All right. John Wick Chapter 4. Boom.
Yeah.
Super dope and excited.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
I can't get enough.
There's 3, and they're basically all the same film, and I'm still excited for a 4th. I don't even care.
I just want him to like pull his gun out, extend his arm, shoot him, then pull his arm back in and shoot a guy with a weird angle, pop, 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 and then go like this, back and forth with his gun. I love it. I love it.
For the listeners at home, this Francisco over here was like doing like the Charlie Angels poses. Good job. Good job.
You're welcome.
But dude, the cinematography, it looks very moody. Like they're really going for it. I'm like, I'm in. I'm excited. Yeah. Like it's, they're squeezing what little they can of like the story of like the backgrounds and like the world and the hitman and the Continental and the council or whoever. I don't even know where I don't even care called. They just know they're all there and they're all fighting each other. We're good. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm like, these guys really want me to get a Baba Yaga tattoo or something, man. These guys are pushing it. They're pushing it, man.
That's in March.
That's in March? Oh, I
think so. Yeah. All right.
Moving on to The Machine. The Machine. All right. This is a movie from Bert Kreischer. He's a stand-up comedian. And basically, this joke bit happened in real life. And because of this joke bit that he has, it basically has, propelled him into stardom. Because this is like everywhere he goes, he tells the same joke, which is this, The Machine. And so it was a teaser trailer. They didn't give you much, but it looked funny. What'd you think?
I love the fact that they the trailer, the film. I didn't know what I thought the film was going to be just that joke, but it turns out the film was essentially going to be like a sequel to that joke. What happened years later, which makes even more sense because of his age and whatnot. But
Yeah.
I think it looks funny. It looks like they did a good job shooting it.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
are
Looking
your
forward
thoughts
to
on the
it.
film?
I don't think they give us a lot to grade, or to go over. It was like one funny little thing that happened and stuff, and then you saw his face. You're like, oh shit, Bert Kreischer, and then that was it. So didn't give me enough. It's still
I think it should be
up in
funny. I
the
don't know if
air.
he can. I don't know if he can hold an entire film on his own, but it looks like they surround him with
Yeah,
some funny people. So I'm like, all right, when does it
yeah.
come out? Do you remember?
I don't think there's a
Sometime.
date yet. I
You
don't
might
think
be
there's a
right
date
about
yet
that. I think he released it
because
because it was like his birthday or something, and he just wanted to like show people fun things.
yeah, because the movie's been done for a little bit, but everything that's going on over there in Russia is like, oof.
But yeah, it takes place very Russian centric with Russian gangsters. So yeah, there might be a
Yeah,
little negative backlash right now.
yeah.
All right,
All
next
right.
one.
All right. Carnival Row season 2, final season. I guess we only get 2 seasons on Amazon Prime. Carnival Row. I watched it, and talk about a teaser. This was a major teaser. This is not even like unzip the pants. It's just like over the top kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a teaser. It's like it's just like a tease, bro. It's like,
It's
oh
like one.
man,
It's like one shot or two shots or something. That's it. It's like,
yeah,
but
yeah. It was
man,
a
this
crazy
show.
teaser.
I, you saw the first one we talked. You liked it. I liked it. I liked it quite a
Yeah,
bit actually. We w're surprised, like as you described it as Jack the Ripper, but like in this fantasy London type town
yeah,
with
yeah. I
different
liked it.
creatures and fairies. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to see where it ends up. I hope it gives it a nice little bow, and ties it up at the end. And because you hate when people go into a series and they don't get to finish it their way. So hopefully they got a heads up, like, hey, we're gonna give you 10 more episodes, but you can need to button it up. So hopefully we get a finale.
dude, this show 3 years, 3+ years ago, they finished writing this second season. So I don't even know what the
Yeah,
process was of rewriting and shutdowns and bring it back up, and then probably realizing like, oh, this is too expensive, but we can finish it this last season, yada yada yada.
yeah,
So I'm really curious
yeah,
what they end up doing, but it's a fun show, great cast, great production value. It's a fun, little on the dark side, little violent.
yeah, yeah. Hence the Jack the Ripper. It
Yeah,
rips.
social commentary
Uh,
here and there, but yeah,
yeah,
it's good. All right,
yeah.
what's the
The
last
social.
trailer?
I forgot
Yeah,
about that. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
You're right.
yeah. They get into it.
Um, yep. All right, final trailer. Uh Brendan Fraser, The Whale, is getting a lot of award buzz, and it's
Tons.
directed by Darren Aronofsky.
Mr. Happy himself,
Yeah, Mr. Bowl of Sunshine.
Mr.
Um,
Fluffy.
yeah. So I watched the trailer, right? And again, it's a teaser. There's not a lot going on. But towards the end of the trailer, there's a close up of Brandon Fraser, and you see him, and you're like, holy shit, that's Brandon Fraser. And then he's kind of crying or sweaty, combination of both. And then he says something about humans being amazing, or I don't know, something positive like that. And then I was like, oh, this is going to be emotional, right? That's what I thought. And then cut
Yeah.
to the card that says directed by Darren Aronofsky. And I'm like, oh no, this movie's going to be fucked up. It's not going to be sentimental. It's going to be twisted. It's going to
Don't
mess
watch it
with
with
some
their daughter.
people. No, it's not family bonding time. No, it's not. Not with Mr. Aronofsky. That guy's going to be like, oh yeah, he ate people or something weird. I don't
Yeah,
know.
something's coming. And it's crazy because Brendan Fraser, who was pretty shredded back in the day, he put on a ton of
Yeah,
weight for this role, and then they threw another like couple 100 pounds of like prosthetics and stuff for him to
yeah,
get like it
yeah.
looks crazy. Like and visually
Do you
it
think
looks
he
like
gained weight for this role, or he was just already big? Because I think he's been getting big progressively each year. I don't think
I
it's
would
this
say
role.
I would say so, but I think I've seen pictures of where he's actually getting smaller again.
Really? Because last year he was in that one movie by Mr. Soderbergh
Yeah, with
with
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle, yeah, and he was kind of big in that movie.
Yeah, he was almost unrecognizable. So I was a little curious.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. But Aronofsky doesn't
yeah,
make a film for like every 4 years, so he could have had a lot of time to start
yeah,
doing that. He's doing the
yeah,
reverse Christian Bell. I don't know, man.
mm,
It's crazy, crazy. But yeah, I'm looking
yeah,
forward to it. I'm curious.
yeah. We'll see. All right, new to the list. Um, Don't Worry, Darling, HBO Max, starring Florence Pugh, directed by Olivia Wilde. It also stars my guy, Chris Pine, which, man, always every time I see him, I'm like, man, he would have been the perfect Hal Jordan. But so yeah, Chris Pine, Florence Pugh, and the one singer kid.
Harry
It's
Styles.
Harry Styles. There you go.
Yeah, yeah,
I haven't seen it. I have to tell you the truth. I'm gonna have to be like in the mood to watch that because it's not like my genre of film, you know.
It looked like a
So we'll see.
psychological thriller, kind of interesting, but then the reviews were not kind, like at all. And then
Yeah,
all the drama around it got really weird. Like, all right.
yeah,
And how could you watch this movie and not think about all the crazy drama? You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like,
yeah. That doesn't
so
help it for my case either. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. But it is out there on HBO. People are curious about this film that kind of
Yeah.
sparked all
Florence
sorts of
Pugh is like the one thing that is like keeping it like, oh, because I really like her work. She's amazing in
yeah,
everything she does. And she like
yeah,
really transforms in each movie or project that she does, which is
yeah,
crazy. Okay, so moving on.
yeah,
We're both really super excited for this. Nope. Nope. On Peacock, November 18th,
yeah.
couple of days. And we get to watch Nope,
This is one of the movies
Mr.
that
Jordan Peele
I
movie.
yeah, I avoided the trailer for this. So I'm like, okay, Jordan Peele, here we
Yeah.
go. Let's do this,
Yeah.
Jordan Peele.
That's
It's
funny.
got like a
We should try
good
to
looking
watch it the
cast.
same week
Oh, we will.
because I watched the trailer, you didn't watch the trailer, so I definitely know more than you do as what to
Yeah.
expect. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be like a little science experiment. See what's going
Yeah.
on.
It comes in like a couple days. So by the time the next episode, we're going to put this on the list and we will chat about it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. What
All
else we
right.
got? What else is new?
Yeah. Speaking of Florence Pugh, she has another movie coming out on Netflix called The Wonder, November 16th. It's a supernatural thriller and it's directed by Sebastian Lelio. I don't know him, but that's who directed it. And she plays some sort of nurse or um caretaker. It's like I don't know what time period it's. I think it's set like in the 1800s or something like
Looks
that.
like looks like she plays a freaking exorcist to me, but all right.
And she goes to investigate a thing occurrence with a girl that hasn't eaten in a while, and she might be possessed, and that's what we know.
You enjoy that one, buddy.
Yeah, grab your crucifixes and your holy water, and boom, get ready.
Dive right
Turn
in.
the lights
Dive
off.
right in.
Turn the lights off, and vámonos.
You let me know how that works out for you.
Oh yeah, excited. All right.
All right.
Moving on to our double feature. Double feature in honor of the 25th anniversary of the Paul Verhoeven's 1997 classic Starship Troopers. Pa, 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 pa. Bugs everywhere. We're gonna do Invasion double feature. So yeah, man,
dude. Yeah,
Starship Troopers, pretty badass.
loved it when it first came out. I was like, this is like it's like a war film, but it's not
Yeah,
a
it was
world
weird.
war film. It's like
Yeah,
humans fighting these fucking insects on another giant
yeah,
insects on another planet, and the humans don't do so well. You're like, holy
no,
shit, they got the superior firepower. The opening of that film's amazing. There's so many amazing sequences in that film. You're just like,
yeah,
this is like the most. It's like a video game. It was like watching like an awesome series of like video game sequences, and like on the screen, you're like, dude, like it's Paul Verhoeven, who does not pull any punches whatsoever. And there's another cut out there. It's like 10 times more violent, like with RoboCop.
With more slugs, probably milking shit.
More unhappiness.
More unsettling shit. Something melting. He's got to have something melting somewhere. We got Denise Richards too in that.
Yeah, in her acting
debut.
I think she was in something else before that, but yeah, she was vying for an Academy Award.
So funny.
There's a lot of people vying for Academy Awards in this film. So if you watch Starship Troopers, you need to understand what you're getting into and just embrace it all. It is such a cool movie. Such a cool movie. But with that said, invasion, like attack, we're trying to think of like a theme because we want to give a big shout out to Starship Troopers. Here, all right, I'm going to go first because I only have one. I can only come up with one.
All right. Yeah.
Mine is because of, especially it's been inspired by that one scene where they're like, siege scene in Starship Troopers where they're just like defending a fort and they're just getting overrun, and it's like, dude, the bugs come over the mountains and you just like, you thought there's like a couple bugs, but there's like thousands, and you're like, these guys are fucked. And that reminded me of another film like The Siege and crazy stuff, and that's World War Z. There are some scenes and sequences in that film that are bananas, like bodies piling on each other to like create new piles and mountains to jump over the walls to attack the people. And we're like, holy, just run the whole time. We're just like, run the other way, get out of there. Like, but that film is bananas for a whole bunch of reasons. And it is nothing like the book, but that film is really, it's shockingly good.
Yeah. Talking about going into something with no expectations. I remember that movie had a lot of trouble getting done, and there was like a lot of negative things going on with it. So going to watch it, I was like, I wasn't expecting anything at all. And man, that shit was so good. And I was like, wow, this is really good. Like the first, 5 minutes, you're like, holy shit, I'm already out of breath. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with the rest of the other 2 hours? But good call, man. Good call. All right. I didn't think you were gonna pick that film. So I'm gonna pick the one that I thought you were gonna pick. All right. And I'm gonna go with Edge of Tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That is has more because aliens. It's more like
more aliens,
invasion, more than like zombie invasion.
Yeah. And it's got it's like a Groundhog Day invasion movie where like each day they try to defeat the bugs or whatever they are a little further, because they're more like, I don't know, they look like Sentinels from Matrix. But I don't know they were just aliens, I guess we'll call them aliens. Aliens, machines.
Yeah, the designs are nuts.
Yeah, and but anyway, so it's in the future, and Tom Cruise is still,
Tom Cruise
kicking ass and taking names. And this movie has a little bit of everything: humor, drama, suspense, action. It has it all, man. And
that film, Edge of Tomorrow, is like one of the best films in the last like 5 to 8 years, especially in the sci-fi. Like I've probably watched it like 5 or 6 times at least. Like it's that film. If you haven't seen Edge of Tomorrow, top of your list. Like seriously, like. That feels ridiculous. So good.
Yep. So there you go. We got World War Z and Edge of Tomorrow.
Those are good.
Yeah.
And then if you got it into, check out Starship Troopers. Still holds up.
Yeah.
But just know what you're getting into. Looks like a cartoon, and it's extremely violent.
Extremely violent. Yep. All right. Well, that's our show for today. Any final thoughts, buddy?
Just looking forward to Andor. How are they going to stick the landing? We got 2 more weeks to figure that one out.
Yeah, I know. Right before Thanksgiving.
How about you?
For me, final thoughts. I'm excited for Andor, and there's quite a few things on this list. And then the World Cup's about to start.
Yeah.
It's
gonna never slows down. And dude, NFL's going strong. You told me to watch the Bills, the highlights of the Bills game. Dude, game of the year. Holy crap!
Everybody's saying that. Yeah. Crazy.
Dude, if I had to write a script for a football game, it would not have been nowhere near as good as that game was.
As dramatic as that. Fumble again? What the fuck?
What?
Yeah. Like you'll be in the writer's room like, that's too much. That's too much. Come back a little bit.
Dude,
yeah.
I think I have to watch that game again just to be like, my brain to process. I've never seen a game like that. That was kind of incredible. But
I know.
Yeah, busy time. All right, sign us off, man. Sign us off.
All right. Well, everybody, thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe. Leave comments or recommendations. And let us know if we're missing anything or if there's something you guys want us to watch. Other than that, I'm Francisco.
And I'm Andres.
Have a great week. 2 nerds, 1 pod. Let's go.